You don't want feedback. You want validation. You want them to pat you on the head and say, "Wow, your English is incredible. You sound basically native." When they give you what you explicitly asked for, real, actionable data about a mistake, your fragile ego can't take it. You feel attacked. You feel embarrassed. You feel stupid. So what do? You defend yourself. You argue. You make excuses. "Yeah, but..." And guess what happens? That native speaker thinks, "Wow, this person is difficult. I'm never going to correct them again. It's too much drama." You are choosing your pride over your progress. You are protecting your ego at the expense of your mastery. I'm Tom, and welcome back to English Adventure. Today, we are going to perform open heart surgery on your ego. If you want to move from good to mastery, you need the oxygen of feedback. Right now, you are strangling yourself. Today, we are going to learn how to shut up, swallow the medicine, and actually grow. Part 1. The diagnosis: the ego shield. Why does correction hurt so much? Why does a simple grammar tip feel like a punch in the face? When you were a beginner, you expected to make mistakes. It didn't hurt. But now you are advanced. You are a smart professional. Your identity is tied to being competent. When someone points out a basic English mistake, it causes cognitive dissonance. It attacks your image of yourself as a fluent speaker. It reminds you that you are still imperfect. That gap creates pain. So you raise your ego shield. You deflect. "I was tired." You minimize. "It's just a small thing." Or you counterattack. "Well, native speakers make mistakes too." This shield protects your feelings in the short term, but it guarantees stagnation in the long term. You are actively rejecting the gold that is being handed to you for free. Part 2. The hard truth: validation versus data. We need to distinguish between two things you are confusing. Validation is emotional support. It makes you feel good. It is necessary sometimes to keep you motivated. Correction is data. It is cold, hard information about the gap between your output and native output. It doesn't care about your feelings. It is just physics. You are addicted to validation. Here is the brutal truth. When a native speaker, your boss, your friend, your teacher, stops correcting your English, it is not a compliment. It doesn't mean your English is perfect. It means they have decided that correcting you is too emotionally expensive. They have calculated that the awkwardness and arguments aren't worth the effort of helping you. Silence is not approval. Silence is abandonment. If nobody is correcting you, your growth has stopped dead. You need to stop begging for compliments and start begging for data. Part 3. The mechanic: the "yeah, but..." reflex. Let's look at the specific mechanism of your failure. I call it the "yeah, but..." reflex. It is the automatic, physical urge to explain away your error the second it is pointed out. It happens before you even think about it. Correction: you pronounce comfortable wrong. It's comfortably, not comfortably. Reflex: yeah, but the spelling is confusing. It has that silent, or it's tricky for foreigners. It gets worse. Sometimes you use your culture as a shield. Correction: that phrase was a bit too rude for a client email. Reflex: the cultural defense. Yeah, but in my culture, being direct is polite. We don't do all this fake politeness stuff. Listen to yourself. You are arguing with a native speaker about their own language. You are using your culture as an excuse for poor pragmatics. How arrogant is that? Every time you say, "Yeah, but..." you are telling the other person, "Your feedback is wrong or unnecessary. Stop giving it to me." You are training the people around you to ignore your mistakes. You are building your own prison of mediocrity, one "yeah, but..." at a time. Part 4. Tactical protocol number 1: the thank you override. How do we fix this? We need a hard, physical constraint to break the reflex. You cannot trust your willpower in the moment of pain. For the next 30 days, you are banned from using the words, "Yeah, but because," or actually, immediately after receiving feedback. You have only one allowed response. 2 words. Thank you. That's it. Correction. You used the wrong preposition. It's interested in, not interested on dot. You, internal scream of pain. You out loud. Thank you. If you really want to look professional, you can add, "Thank you. I'll watch out for that." It will physically hurt. Your ego will be screaming inside, wanting to explain why you made the mistake. You have to swallow that scream. By forcing yourself to only say, "Thank you," you acknowledge the gift of data without rejecting it, and you signal to the other person that you are safe to correct in the future. Shut up and say thank you. It's the medicine you need. Part 5. Tactical Protocol Number 2. The extraction scripts. Asking better. Part of the problem is that you ask for feedback in a vague, lazy way. Correct my mistakes, please. That's too much pressure on the native speaker. They don't want to be your grammar policeman. So they say nothing. You need to make it easy for them by asking specific, targeted questions. Don't ask for general criticism. Ask for specific advice. The extraction scripts. Email context. Instead of, "Check this email," send it to a colleague and say, "I'm worried the tone of the second paragraph is too aggressive for the UK team. How would you soften it?" Specific target, tone, meeting context. Instead of, "How was my speaking?" ask, "Did I overuse any specific filler words, like or you know in that meeting? I'm trying to reduce them." Specific target, filler words. When you ask a specific question, you prove you are serious about growth as a professional, not just fishing for general compliments. You take the emotional weight out of it for them. Part 6. The mindset shift the scientist. Finally, we need a mindset shift to handle the pain of error long term. Right now, you treat your mistakes as personal moral failures. "I made a mistake equals I am stupid." You need to adopt the scientist mindset. A scientist runs an experiment in a lab. If the experiment fails, they don't cry in the corner and say, "I'm a terrible scientist, I should quit science." They say, "Interesting data point. That hypothesis was incorrect. Let's adjust the variables and try again." Your English is an experiment. Every conversation is a lab test. Every mistake is just a neutral data point on a spreadsheet. When someone corrects you, imagine you are holding a clipboard. Mentally tick a box. New data point. Depends on is incorrect. Depends on is correct. Noted for future experiments. Separate your self-worth from your syntax. Your grammar is not your soul. It's just mechanics. Treat it coldly, clinically, and professionally. The final challenge. Listen to me. You say you want mastery. You say you want to sound native. The only path there is paved with thousands of uncomfortable corrections. There is no detour around your ego. If you are too fragile to handle being told you are wrong, you don't deserve to reach mastery. You deserve to stay at good enough. Drop the shield. Stop defending your mistakes. Stop arguing with reality with your, "Yeah, but." Your ego is the heaviest thing you are carrying on this journey. Put it down. It is useless weight. The next time someone corrects you, feel the burn of defensiveness rise up in your throat. Recognize it for what it is, weakness, and crush it down with a simple, genuine, "Thank you." If you are ready to stop protecting your feelings and start improving your English, hit the like button. Subscribe to English Adventure. Swallow the medicine. I'm Tom. Grow up.